So let's talk first up about Elon Musk and how he is shaking things up. This idea of him buying 9.2% of Twitter. He's been actively accumulating the stock since January. He's been pretty actively talking about changes he'd like to make to Twitter on the platform itself. What do you think of the strategy, bringing him inside the tent? Is that the right thing to do?
I think it's probably the right thing to do for the company. I'm amazed. Elon obviously is one of America's greatest innovators, running two very significant public companies, but also has time to be kind of an activist investor, now board member of Twitter. Obviously, he's passionate about Twitter. He's one of the most active users, 80 million followers, has strong viewpoints on it. So the fact that he put his money down and bought nearly 10% of the company and joined the board shows a real commitment to Twitter and the platform.
Probably not looking at this as a typical activist investor, somebody who wants to make a little money. My guess is that this is something where he really wants to make a change in how the social discourse takes place and how Twitter treats people, how it allows, what kind of public speech it is allowing on the platform. You've been in a position of having the social platform where everybody was communicating, and it's tough. You've got a lot of people focusing on you. You've got a lot of regulators focusing on you and lawmakers. How do you win in this environment? What's the right way to kind of take Twitter at this point? Because while you may want free speech and you may want things to be there, some of that free speech can also scare away advertisers.
Yeah, no, it's complicated. When I was running AOL, as you mentioned, over 25 years ago, when AOL was the leading internet service, about half all internet traffic went through AOL. We had to deal with a lot of these issues. That's actually when Congress passed some legislation, what's known as the 230 rules around this. But back then it was a little bit different because people really were posting things in message boards or typing messages into chat rooms. Now, because of the way all the social media platforms use algorithms to bubble up content, different people see different things based on their previous kind of habits. It is a little bit different. The platforms are playing a little bit more of the role, essentially, of publishers. So it gets a little bit trickier. I think Elon is passionate about this, and I'm sure will bring his views to bear. He's already done that by tweeting about it. Now he'll be able to play a role by sitting at the boardroom table. I think he will recognize quickly, though, there is a difference between being CEO of a company and being a board member of a company.
Yeah, although he's got almost 10% ownership in the company, and he's got the means to back up if he wants to buy more. I mean, maybe they limit him to 14.9%.
Yeah, they have limited him down.
But, I just feel like he is a major influencer and is probably going to have a little bit more sway than the average board member might have.
Oh, sure. No question. But my point is that when you're CEO of a company, particularly companies that are founder-led, like both Tesla and SpaceX, you have quite a bit of flexibility to decide what to do, and the boards generally kind of go along with it. When companies like Twitter, there's a broader kind of array of people at the boardroom table and a different kind of approach to governance. So I think it'll just take an adjustment. But I think it really does show, as you said, a real commitment to Twitter, a belief that Twitter is an important platform in the world. He wants to invest in it and try to innovate around it.